Howdy, I'm Cowboy Gamer Rex Hooper. And when I'm not watching Western movies, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I love this game. I'm playing it every chance I get. The huge immersive world is like a cowboy simulator. I could get lost in that world. And what a great story. All the great characters. There's a lot of videos on YouTube already about all the great inspirations behind the story and the characters, but for my own contribution, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the clothes, about the character costume inspirations behind some of my favorite characters in Red Dead Redemption 2. As a big movie fan, I recognize some of the outfits from movies that I'd seen. John Marston is a classic anti-hero. He's a great badass cowboy. He was the protagonist in Red Dead Redemption 1, and he's back here again in Red Dead Redemption 2. And what a classic outfit. That denim vest, the black hat, the gloves, the whole thing. He looks great, but what inspired that look? Well, the character was almost certainly taken from inspiration from Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name from the Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns. But the look, as far as I can tell, was taken pretty much wholesale from Ben Johnson's character in the Sam Peckinpah American Western The Wild Bunch. Another piece of clothing inspiration for John Marston is, towards the end of the game, and without giving too many spoilers away, is John returns to the mountains, the snowy mountains where the game opens. And he returns for a final jewel at the end. Well, what is John gonna wear in the snow? Well, he can't just wear his denim vest as usual. He needs something a little warmer. The coat that John Marston wears at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2 in the snow is taking inspiration from the great snowy western The Great Silence, directed by Sergio Corbucci, starring Jean-Louis Trintignant. And it is Jean-Louis Trintignant's character, The Silence, is where John gets that coat from. It's the same coat. It's a great movie. One of the most compelling characters in Red Dead Redemption 2 is the gang leader, Dutch van der Linde. One of the more compelling characters in any Western I've ever seen ever. His motivation is complex. He is complex. Is he a hero? Is he a villain? Is he something else entirely? But in terms of his character inspiration, well, the real-life gang leader, Butch Cassidy, was almost certainly an inspiration. In terms of his look, where did Dutch van der Linde get his look from? As far as I can tell, there's two main inspirations for Dutch's look. One is Ian McShane's character in Deadwood. Same facial hair, the same slickness, the same suits. Another inspiration, and this might be a stretch, is Lee Van Cleef's character in A Few Dollars More. Not exactly a perfect match like John Marston or some of the other characters with their movie counterparts, but certainly in the smartness that Lee Van Cleef's character for A Few Dollars More. The waistcoats, the smart white shirt. There's even a reference at some point to Dutch having once smoked a pipe. In a side mission, he asks Arthur to try and find him, just like the pipe Lee Van Cleef smokes, and for a few dollars more. Is this a coincidence? Well, maybe. One of the characters I can't help but love to hate is the slimy, nasty piece of work that is Micah Bell. I can't help it. Something about this character is quite compelling in his horribleness. This guy is every kind of dreadful in terms of being a human being, but you can't fault the man's style. He has panache in the way that he dresses. Maybe that panache is partly what makes him quite despicable. Anyway, something about Micah, I don't know, I like him. Maybe because the great antagonist of the story is what props up your hero. As bad as Arthur Morgan can be, he's not as bad as Micah. In terms of inspiration for Micah Bell's outfit, For me, there seems to be one main inspiration, and that's Ben Foster's character in 3:10 to Yuma. There's a specific jacket that Ben Foster wears that's pretty much exactly the same as Micah Bell's. And other aspects of the look are the same. The dual pistols that Micah has match the dual pistols Ben Foster's character has. The fact that he's a sharpshooter as well. But what about our main man, Arthur Morgan himself? The main protagonist in Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the greatest protagonists in any story ever, as far as I'm concerned. Certainly one of the greatest Western characters. The moral choices and the journey you go on with Arthur, not much can beat it. I love this character. The actor, Roger Clark, who plays Arthur Morgan, has been quite open about his inspirations, citing Toshiro Mifune in his samurai roles as being one of the main inspirations behind the dark sense of humor and the fact that you gotta kind of wait till the end of the movie or the game to find out whether or not this guy's a good guy or a bad guy. Another inspiration was John Wayne, partly because of his big physicality and his droll sense of humor. But that look, what was the inspiration for the look of Arthur Morgan? Well, this is a strange one. The look of Arthur Morgan seems to be directly taken from one movie, and that movie is The Big Gun Down. The Big Gun Down is a spaghetti western, stars Lee Van Cleef and Thomas Milan, but as neither one of those leads is where Arthur Morgan gets his look from. Instead, it's some background heavy, some guy that barely gets any close-ups at all. But he's got a great look. The high boots, that yellowy brown leather jacket, it's Arthur Morgan. That is his look, exactly. He just appears as some background bad guy heavy, not doing an awful lot, but looking good. And the look for Arthur Morgan seems to be directly taken from this character. Who is the actor? I don't know. The character doesn't seem to have any name at all. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great game, something I enjoy playing all the time. If you've enjoyed this video, I suggest you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't cost you a thing and it helps me out. One of the great things about Red Dead Redemption 2 is the incredible music that was composed for the film. I mean, the game. It was so inspirational to me as I was playing that I was inspired to make my own album of Western themes. You can check out my album, Frontera USA, on the Bandcamp and on the Spotify. I don't have a Patreon account, so it's a way you can support this channel as well. Who is your favorite character in Red Dead Redemption 2? And what's your favorite outfit? Who is the best dressed character in Red Dead Redemption 2? Let me know in the comments section below. And also, because the character of Arthur Morgan is customizable, let me know in the comments how you like to dress your Arthur. Do you see him as the dapper, slick outlaw, or a rough and ready mountain man? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you later on, cowpokes, further on down the trail. I'm just gonna get back to doing my favorite part of Red Dead Redemption. There we go. Easy, girl. Oh, easy, girl. Oh, sorry, girl. You, sir, are a fish.